Now on WRDE Coast TV.
A plane intercepted over Rehoboth Beach as Biden visits. Details from the North American Aerospace Defense Command.
The Indian River Volunteer Fire Company celebrates 70 years with a parade and a party for the entire community.
Supporting a young man in recovery. The fundraiser held in Lewis today for a recent liver transplant recipient.
Well, a first alert weather day on the way to the coast on Sunday. I'll have your stormy forecast coming up in just a few moments.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
Britt Leone, welcome to Coast TV News at 11. Let's talk first about the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company celebrating their way into a milestone. That was the scene today as a parade and party honored the Volunteer Fire Company's 70 years of service. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us there's no party without the people who make it all worthwhile.
A tip of the hat to a familiar friend on their 70 years in Indian River. That's why Sherry Lee Biel and her family were at today's parade.
My son was a member of the Indian River Fire Company. The chaplain for the fire department married my son and daughter-in-law, so it has a special place in our heart.
The Indian River Volunteer Fire Company hosted a parade and a party to commemorate this milestone.
This is just heaven for them, and the fact that they were throwing out candy from the cars just made it even better.
I can't believe that it has been 70 years, especially when we look back at the historical records and see where we came from to where we are today.
The parade was full of fire trucks, old and new, from Indian River and surrounding fire companies from Delaware, along with people from the community who walked and watched for support. And the party? Food and music for all.
Every fire company should show all the fire departments in the state support. More and more, we are all brothers. We work together, hand in hand.
Indian River says that the support today is just love from family.
Everybody's connected in one fashion or another, but it's really through brotherhood and service and the fact that most of them have originated their volunteerism here at Indian River.
And as the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company looks back at 70 years, they know to be ready for what's to come.
We have a new facility that we need to expand upon and build in the Long Neck community, just serving our community to the fullest extent.
I wish that they continue on for another 75 years and that everyone in the fire company stay safe.
As the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company celebrates their 70 years, they don't want people to forget to come out to their next community breakfast, which will be July 16th, starting at 7:30 a.m., and all proceeds goes to the fire company. In Millsboro, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
Moving on to weather, we're taking a live look into Ocean City with our Hershey Exteriors 45th Street Tap House cam. It's a calm and warm night. Our first alert meteorologist Alex Seymour joins us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Britt. Well, yeah, certainly a pretty warm evening here along the coast. We're certainly feeling like summertime out there this evening. As I take a live look out on our Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel, still Boardwalk in Ocean City. Pretty busy. I don't blame people still spending their evening out. 77 degrees. It's warm out there this evening. You're going to notice this red shading. That's because we do have a first alert issued for tomorrow. We're expecting flash flooding. We're expecting some severe weather. None of that arrives overnight. Mainly arrives late tomorrow morning into the afternoon hours. Temps at this hour, 77 in Rehoboth Beach on the Boardwalk. It's 76 on the Boardwalk in Bethany Beach, 74 in Milton. Still 78 degrees in Georgetown. Georgetown hit 91 degrees today. That's about the 6th or 7th straight day in the 90s. We're going to get a couple of days break before the 90s return again in the middle to end of the week. It's also been very humid, and we're staying with that humidity. Dew point 73 in Rehoboth Beach, currently 74 in Bethany Beach, 76 in Millsboro. So it's a very humid air mass, tropical air mass, and that's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. So we've got a lot of moisture to work with tomorrow when those thunderstorms do arrive. So that's why we're really concerned with that flash flooding tomorrow. That is the biggest risk. Live radar. Quiet now. That changes though. Tomorrow we start out with a little bit of sunshine, so still if you are heading outside, face of grace UV index forecast, UV index of 7. Clouds increase throughout the morning hours, and then during the afternoon hours you probably want to spend most of the afternoon inside because those storms will be pushing through with some pretty heavy rainfall. 45 minutes, that's all it takes to burn. Here we go, our beach forecast for tomorrow. Moderate UV index, low risk of rip currents, but not the best beach day. Yes, it's dry in the morning on Aztec Island, 7 a.m., partly cloudy skies, temps around 77 degrees, but thunderstorms start to fire around noon and then widespread storms during the evening hours. Pretty similar scene in both Ocean City and Fenwick Island, and then in Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, climbing into the low 80s, but turns pretty stormy. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Alex. Even the president needs a day to relax on the beach and get some summer sun. President Biden went to Rehoboth Beach today and afterwards went to Mass at St. Edmund's Catholic Church on the eve of his 5-day trip to Europe. But it's a short visit here in Rehoboth. He heads to London tomorrow to meet with King Charles, and then he's visiting Lithuania for the NATO summit. Speaking of Biden, the North American Aerospace Defense Command says F-16 fighter jets intercepted a plane over Rehoboth Beach today as the president is visiting. The Defense Command says it was 10:10 a.m. when the plane was escorted out of the area after a violation. The plane had dispensed flares to communicate with the pilot. It's been a long time coming for 22-year-old Matt Berry, who has finally received the liver transplant he needs. And today, the Lewis community came together to support him in his recovery. The community held a fundraiser to support Berry, who waited 3 years to get that liver transplant. People could buy baked goods, win locally made raffle prizes, and shop from different vendors today. Local organizations like the Double T Foundation DE all made donations to Matt along with participating in the event. The Support for Matt fundraiser organizers know that there are many more people who need these organ donations, and this event isn't just for raising money, but for spreading the word.
I want awareness. I want everybody to have donor written on their ID. I want them to talk to their families. But when you pass, you're really not doing much with it. You can save at least 3, if not more, people's lives, a deceased donor. It's a matter of giving life, just donate life.
If you want to donate to Matt and his recovery directly, check out our article on WRDE.com. Delaware State Police have arrested a man for resisting arrest, assaulting troopers, and DUI this morning in Wilmington. You can see him here on your screen. He's 47-year-old Jamal Wing, who was arrested. Police say it was around 1:41 a.m. that a trooper stopped Wing in a Toyota Camry after he was speeding on Philadelphia Pike. Wing left the car without being told and refused to listen to the trooper, who told him to go back to his car. Wing resisted arrest, and he actually bit a police canine multiple times. The canine was helping detain him. Police say Wing injured 2 troopers and a canine who all went to the hospital for those injuries. Troopers had smelled alcohol from his breath and determined he was under the influence. Pennsylvania authorities are searching for a, quote, dangerous inmate with survivalist skills who they say escaped Warren County Prison by elevating himself on exercise equipment and using tied-up bed sheets to descend from the roof. The dangerous man is Michael Charles Burham. Police say they are doing everything they can to find him.
I can tell you at this time we have been actively searching the local area. We've been checking for additional cameras. We have been setting up numerous interviews with people. So again, as I stated before, we don't know where he is at right now.
Warren police say the search area now has expanded well beyond the city and includes federal, state, and local agencies. Burham was last seen wearing an orange and white striped jumpsuit, a denim jacket, and Crocs shoes. The upcoming World Cup will be 4th and now final for Megan Rapinoe. The soccer great announced today that she will be retiring at the end of the season. In a statement, she says she feels grateful to have played as long as she did and to have been part of a generation of players who, quote, undoubtedly left the game better than they found it. She had scored 63 points for the United States in international play, and her 73 career assists tie her for the most in U.S. women's soccer history. We are just getting started. Slow down. Milton Council considering lowering the speed limit on some roads. The heat is here. What to do to stay cool and hydrated. A piping plover nest destroyed and a section of beach now reopened at Cape Henlopen State Park. That story and more when Coast TV News returns after this. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
The men and women working hard to make sure the games are fair. The unsung heroes of all sports. Thank you to all of the officials on Delmarva. Thank you for your positive impact on young athletes. Your service does not go unnoticed. If you're interested in becoming a sports official on Delmarva, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com/officials for more information.
Discover your future with Sussex Tech Adult Education. We offer registered apprenticeship and health profession programs and much more, which will prepare you for everything you need to succeed in your new career, providing hands-on experience with classes taught by professionals from every industry. Sussex Tech will assist our graduates in finding their new career opportunity. To learn more about how you can earn your professional credentials that can change your life, check out Sussex Tech Adult Education online.
Your future is waiting for you at Sussex Tech Adult Education.
If you missed a newscast this week, don't worry. Coast TV's Mallory Metzner has you covered with our top stories in our Week in Review.
A bill to have a permit system in place to buy a handgun did not get voted on in the Delaware House of Representatives. Critics say it's unconstitutional. But Democratic leaders have already announced a commitment to pass the legislation after the General Assembly reconvenes in January. Boats decorated in their 4th of July best competed for prizes along the canal in Lewis. Then cars, trucks, and unicyclists paraded downtown in the annual Doodah Parade. And fireworks launched over Lewis Beach. 14-year-old Xavier Maddox was shot and killed during a block party on Chippewa Boulevard in Salisbury. The sheriff's office says a total of 7 people were shot. Sheriff Mike Lewis believes the shooting involved gang members and more than one gunman was involved. The man accused of killing Wicomico County Corporal Glenn Hilliard, Austin Davidson, will spend the rest of his life in prison plus 66 years, and he is not eligible for parole. That's according to the Wicomico County State's Attorney. The beach between Herring Point and Gordon's Pond has been reopened. It was previously closed to protect an endangered piping plover nest. But Denrec says the nest has been destroyed and believes foxes killed the chicks and one of the piping plover parents. For your Week in Review, I'm Mallory Metzner.
A new light on Route 24 is making some drivers see red. The light was installed by DelDOT a week ago to improve traffic flow at the intersection. Many commuters say they struggle to get off of Mulberry Knoll onto Route 24, and there's a lot of construction there, adding to the gridlock. Salon owner Jessica Carter says her clients need a long-term traffic solution.
There's been a lot of traffic on 24, and it makes it really hard for our clients to get in and out. At least today, for a Friday, it looks like there's less congestion than normal.
DelDOT says that more road work for this project will take place just down the street on the west side of the school entrances of Love Creek Elementary School and Beacon Middle School. That's to be expected to be completed by next year. Still ahead on Coast TV News at 11, how to cool down as we're feeling the heat across Delmarva.
Well, stormy weather is expected to end the weekend here, followed by the hottest stretch of summer so far over the upcoming week. I'll have all the details coming up just after the break.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum Deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
Join a global team of dreamers, doers, and inventors at one of the largest biotech manufacturing companies in the world right here in Millsboro, Delaware. Start your career with Merck and Quality Control. We offer competitive pay, health insurance, tuition reimbursement, 401k, pension plan, and annual bonuses.
I graduated from Salisbury University and started here as an entry-level lab tech, and now I'm on the leadership team. Merck is an excellent company to work for with unlimited growth potential.
Join Merck and be a part of a bigger story. Apply online today.
Success isn't just about money, it's about finding your purpose, building something you're passionate about, empowering people, and creating joy for others. We serve happiness, and great success is built on great relationships. That's why 15 years ago, I partnered with County Bank. County Bank believed in my vision. They helped me expand my business to new heights. Their commitment to personalized service, innovative solutions, and strong community ties makes County Bank the perfect partner for my journey to success.
Where legendary locals bank. County Bank, member FDIC.
Well, we saw a hot and humid start to the weekend here along the coast, and that heat and humidity, well, it's going to lead to some pretty stormy conditions as we head into Sunday. Right now, though, it's still pretty dry out there. As you take a live look out on a Hershey Exteriors camera at the 45th Street Tap House, is looking out towards the Route 90 bridge over the Assawoman Bay. Pretty quiet out there this evening. It's pretty warm though. 78 degrees in Ocean City still at this hour. The live radar shows not a whole lot going on, and it's going to remain pretty quiet on our radar and across the region for really the entire overnight hours. What we're waiting for is this cold front all the way back in the Ohio Valley and its associated stormy weather to reach us. But that won't be until tomorrow, midday into the afternoon hour. So we still got a little while before we have to deal with those stormy conditions. Temps 77 degrees in Rehoboth Beach this evening, 77 in Bethany Beach, 77 in Millsboro, 74 degrees in Milton. Dew points well into the 70s also. So it's a very muggy evening. Feels almost tropical outside. That's just indicative of how much moisture's in the atmosphere. So we've got a lot of moisture to rain out of the atmosphere, so we're expecting some flash flooding with storms that develop tomorrow. Our in-house futurecast shows us staying dry through about noon tomorrow. Temps warming up 80s, close to 90 degrees again. But there we go. As we head towards about 3 p.m., this could really fire up anytime after 11 a.m. These storms could fire up. But you can see, we get those deeper red shadings showing up pretty much immediately when the storms start to develop. And that works its way across Delmarva. And you see some very heavy rainfall tomorrow afternoon and evening along our beach towns. So certainly a day to make sure you're remaining weather aware, because it's not only flash flooding, we're also going to deal with a little bit of severe weather. These storms continue at 6:30 tomorrow evening. Still, some pretty heavy rainfall across southeastern Sussex County, Worcester County, and that continues through about 7 to 8 p.m. before clearing out. Monday looks significantly drier, and then we cool down just a little bit. Monday's actually going to be the coolest day really over the next 10 days. Mid-80s, 90s, they return as we head towards Tuesday, already in the mid-80s by about 11 a.m. Tuesday morning. Here's the rainfall totals that we're looking at. This is, don't focus on any of the individual towns' rainfall totals, but just focus on just the overall amounts, about 1 to 3 inches of rain. And I would not be surprised if somebody sees more than that, because we're going to see rainfall rates 1, 2, 3 inches an hour. Along with that, severe weather. We have a slight risk of severe weather and also a slight risk of flash flooding tomorrow. So strong wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour, but flooding is the main thing to be concerned about. 1 to 2 inches of rain per hour possible. We saw some pretty heavy rainfall today. We saw some pretty heavy rainfall yesterday with flash flooding each of those days. Likely going to see that again tomorrow, and probably a bit more widespread tomorrow. So the UV index tomorrow with all the storms likely going to stay a little bit lower. Our UV index forecast brought to you by Face of Grace. Practice sun safety. 7 on Sunday, but jumps back up to 10 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And along with that higher UV index, more sunshine will come the heat. Take a look at this. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast shows once we get past the first alert day tomorrow with the flash flooding, severe weather, well, we're going to be climbing back up to 90 by Tuesday, and then take a look at these temps. Mid-90s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and next Saturday.
Wow, that looks hot next week. All right, a reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations, Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM on 93.5 The Beach, and on Big 107.7. It's been another hot weekend so far across Delmarva. Coast TV's Heidi Kirk shows us how you can avoid a dehydrated disaster.
cracking open a cold can. Just one way to stay cool in the heat.
It's way too hot.
No matter how you do it, Rehoboth Beach Patrol says you've got to cool down one way or the other.
We really encourage people to just keep drinking water, stay in the shade, get in the ocean as much as you can.
Heat exhaustion and dehydration are two of the main things EMTs encounter on the beach each summer. They say don't let it take you by surprise.
It's key to keep these sensitive areas of your body cool, so the neck, the armpits, and the groin specifically.
But that's not always easy, and some are leaving early instead.
We normally try to get down early before it gets crowded and when it's not so hot, but that's not working today.
Whether you're on the beach or the boardwalk, there are always places to cool down.
If it gets too hot, maybe going into a place that has some good air conditioning.
Rehoboth Beach Patrol says they've actually had fewer cases of heat exhaustion and heat strokes this summer than years past, and they're hoping to keep that record throughout the rest of the season. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
Coming up on Coast TV News at 11, pets on a high, the dangers of pets ingesting marijuana. That's after the break, when we return after this.
Some people will stop at nothing to get your stuff. Get solid security and protect yourself from theft, fire, and accidents with American-made Rhino at Southern States in Milford. Experience peace of mind with financing available when you buy local from the only Rhino dealer on Delmarva. They'll deliver and set it up for you too. Ask about Rhino's Thank You for Your Service rebate program. Protect your stuff with Rhino. Everything else is just storage. Securing Delmarva one safe at a time. Southern States of Milford.
Living a good life means being healthy. But what does it mean to be healthy and stay healthy? It means getting the right kind of care. Right here. And convenient. It means having the right hospital to coordinate the delivery of healthcare for the entire community. Atlantic General Hospital. We'll put you on the right path to good health and keep you there.
Are you tired of boring parties? Level up with the ultimate mobile gaming unit from Precision Paintball. Bringing the highest caliber gaming party right to you. Feel the power of infinite entertainment with the latest titles and game consoles. Across 7 HDR 4K displays in our luxury climate-controlled gaming trailer that seats up to 28 players stadium style. From adventure to racing and sports to endless action arena shooter titles you'll love. And we can take it even further. Find out more on our website, Precision Paintball Mobile Gaming Unit. A party on wheels like no other.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Pets on a high. That is the concern of vets and pet owners in Delaware and Maryland as marijuana was recently legalized. The Pet Poison Helpline says calls about pets who have swallowed marijuana have increased 2% in the last 5 years. Dr. April Reed at Peninsula Veterinarian Services says she sees patients for this about once a week, but she does expect that number to now go up now that marijuana is legal.
The signs are pretty much like people, but way worse. They are really ataxic, their eyes will be dilated, and they can't, we have to make sure that they have like an IV and stuff in if they've had a lot.
Dr. Reed says that if you think your pet has ingested marijuana, take them to the vet as soon as possible. You've probably heard half of all marriages end in divorce, but the reality is more people get married every year, more than they get divorced. Last year, there were 680,000 people ending their marriages, but there were over 2 million people saying, I do. And you can save a marriage with a little help from technology like Alexa.
Children, finances, schedules, jobs. It can all get in the way of any marriage.
Probably like the classic where to eat. I mean, about everything, to be honest.
Studies show the top 3 common arguments between married couples were chores, responsibility, and children. Research shows that with a little help from their phones, these arguments can be squashed. Is the alarm clock going off too early? Apple Watch has silent alarms now that can wake up without all the noise. Can't remember the kids' schedules? Create shared family calendars containing specific instructions both partners can update frequently. Can't agree on groceries? Create a document, an inventory sheet of everything you already have in the fridge so no one overspends or repeats. And if you ever need extra affirmation, Alexa can be programmed to answer anything you program her to.
Alexa, are you listening to me?
Also, try texting throughout the day. For nothing else, so your significant other knows you're thinking of them. Ways technology can bring back the honeymoon phase.
And there's two sides of the coin here, because technology can also cause some relationship trouble. You don't need an expert to tell you this one, but put down the phone when you're together. Be present with your partner. Coast TV News will be back after this break.
Home IQ, the new smart home technology by Shell Brothers, gives you control of your entire home, even when you're not there. Your smart home command center allows full control of your home from one monitor. Smart switches in every bedroom let you set alarms, check the weather, and control your lights using just your voice. With mobile access to your video doorbell, keyless entry, and garage door, your home has never been more secure. Introducing Home IQ by Shell Brothers, now included with every new Shell Brothers home.
Dear Food Line, thanks for all the food. The food pantry lady says you give them boxes of fresh stuff all the time. My mom and me made the best dinner ever. After I said that to her, she started crying. But my mom said that can happen if you make someone really happy.
Thanks for making her really happy. P.S. Please put in less veggies next time.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion Feeds. Here for every moment.
Taylor Oil Company leads a family of services offering energy solutions to Delmarva since 1927. Summer heat can be taxing on cooling systems. Now is the time to look into savings offered by the latest energy-efficient heat pumps and air conditioning systems. D.T. Travis can recommend the best solution for your needs with just the right system for your home or business. The Taylor Oil family of services. One number for all your energy needs. Call 410-749-2151. Day or night, our service never sleeps.
Step 1. Join Club Ocean at Ocean Downs. Step 2. Get $20 free play guaranteed. Step 3. Play, celebrate, and join an ocean of winners like these. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Monday at 4 on Coastline, master the art of cold brew for your coffee fix. Learn about the empowering mission of the Raymond A. Wood Foundation. Plus, why repairing, not replacing your vacuum might be the best option. Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
Well, it's a warm and humid evening out the door. Hershey Exteriors camera in Ocean City at the 45th Street Tap House. Pretty quiet out there this evening. Temp sitting right around 77 degrees, so it is warm out there. We've got some stormy weather on the way for Sunday, though. Won't be staying quiet out the door. Tonight, though, it does stay quiet. Partly cloudy. It's just muggy out there. Very high humidity. Temps right around 72 degrees. Tomorrow, our fishing forecast, not an ideal day. Starts out dry, but storms start to develop late morning, and then we're looking at widespread thunderstorms during the afternoon hours that could result in flash flooding, could result in really some severe weather also. So make sure you're remaining weather aware throughout the daytime hours tomorrow. And then our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast shows once we get past the first alert day on Sunday, it just turns hot. 90 on Tuesday, then we're in the mid-90s all week long into early next week.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a wonderful night.